If you guys don't know, he has regular movement speed, which is great. He has regular terror radius, which is overall still good. But one thing, his power is Night Shroud. I don't think this is it. Oh, Night Shroud. Here we go. Night Shroud. So basically, when you lift up your knife, you go and activate the Night Shroud mode. What that happens, you have 0 terror radius, and you also hide your red stain from your eyes. So that's where that's whenever survivors looping, they cannot see that. So whenever you get rid of your terror radius, that sounds great, right? But if a survivor breaks you out of it, you lose it, and you also lose the potential ability of stalking somebody like the same way you do with Myers, but it's a little bit faster than Myers in my opinion. Here's the problem with that. We'll start with the add-ons for the people that just don't know about Ghostface. When they want to get into Ghostface, forget everything in these add-ons. He only has 3 good add-ons. The rest are just more of a gimmick, and you just want to joke around, or you have nothing else to run, then you run it. His best add-ons are let's see, these 2. The journal book, recovery, and the chew pen. When you stack these 2, it goes 16 seconds for his Night Shroud recovery to come back. I don't know the base, I can't remember, but it's a long, without even 1 recovery add-on, it takes forever for you to get your power back. So when you stack these 2, he is dangerous. 16 seconds to get your power back. That's really good. That's consistently of you hiding your terror radius and your red stain. So again, that's like, these 2 are his best. Heck, even if you get rid of one of them, you could still use what is it, like this one, and you always get these. This takes like a second away, but still 1 second can help you. But like this will probably lead up to like, I don't know how many seconds, but still. But yeah, everything else is pretty bad. If I had to choose a second recommend, maybe longer duration when you stalk people, if you're going for stalks. The detection ones are really good. When you stack these 2, they're pretty good. It's just like an instant, like lean, boom. It literally takes a second, but it takes a long time to get your recovery back. So if you're going for stalks, I guess go with those. If you want, you can also go with this one. This basically turns you into Michael Myers, the shape. But yeah, as add-ons, run those. Run the recovery add-ons. Okay, the recovery add-ons are the best. And once you run out of it, you're gonna miss it. I did 1 day of playing with these add-ons. I think I lost like 1 or 2 games out of like, I don't know, I played a lot of games. The second day and the third day, I played with just barely 1 of these, like just 1, like where is it, the recovery, and then I was just using other shit. Like I was using this. You don't even notice a difference when you're crouching and moving faster. Like, trust me, it's difficult without those add-ons. So that's just a heads up for you guys. Double stack on the recoveries. It doesn't matter if it's the brown, yellow, or green. Just stack up on those. Now, as for builds, you can always go with the straight meta build that everybody runs: Enduring, Spear Fury, Ruin, and Barbecue. That's just like the basic meta build. Like if you want to win, that's probably one of the best builds to run. It's just a standard M1 basic attack killer. That's what people don't know what M1 means. It means mouse 1. When you click your mouse 1, the killer relies on that, like him. Other killers like Hunters don't rely on M1. So basically that's the one standard build. But I'm gonna show you some other builds that maybe you want to try that are not too meta build. Like if you're here and you're like, I want to win, Jay, Ruin, Noed, Enduring, and Spear Fury. That's probably one of his best builds. If you really want to win, just honestly, and pop, just throw pop. Honestly, like that's just like the most standard. I'm here to show you other builds. Somebody said that in my other comments on the spare, like, oh, like just run this and that. The builds you're giving them are just more likely not going to happen. I try to run a non-meta build, because when you run a full meta build with Ruin, you know, Noed and pop, all that combined, I just don't feel as rewarded, because I'm like, they're like those, I'm not saying those, well, some of those we call it perks are crutches, but I do my best to not run those. So this is my, we'll say, class 1. I'm gonna try out this week. You can come to my Twitch channel, the link to that is down below. This week I'm gonna try this combo and see how it works. We'll start with Barbecue. Honestly, you don't need Barbecue. If anything, switch this out. I use it for more blood points, and it's one of the most best awareness perks. But if I can switch out, I'll probably switch out for like Discordance, or if you want to run Ruin again. But run these 3 perks. They're gonna help you out a lot. First off, Corrupt. Why Corrupt? You know, after 2 minutes you lose it, but what Corrupt does, you know, since he doesn't have map pressure, Ghostface doesn't have any map pressure. What that does, it takes the farthest gens from you, right? The farthest gens, remember this, the 3 gens that are farthest from you. And what that does, it blocks them. Most times, I would say like 9 out of 10 times, survivors spawn right there. What that's gonna do, one, it puts pressure on all the survivors to come and like push forward towards you. They could try to get on one of the gens that's next to you early in the game. They could try to do a totem. They could try to do chest. It just gets people off the gen early in the game. And yeah, it does suck that once it's gone, it goes away. I wish there was some other effect to it, like even a tiny effect, like after end game, it closes like one of the doors. If that, like, that would be really cool. Like, you know, the doorknob for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. Like that would still be good either way. But yeah, run Corrupt. It's a really good perk, especially on Ghostface. It pushes people towards you. Corrupt with Whispers is a good combo as well, because again, it pushes people towards you, and then your Whispers pops off, and then you're like, oh shit, they're here. Like let me get in my lean mode and see if I can see anybody. These are the 2 perks that I'm gonna be trying out. Now I got this build from a friend of mine named Trick Shadow. I think I saw 1 or 2 games him using it, and like, you know, like they were good. Like I think I saw like 2, like I said, I saw 2 games use it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try as well. So when you run Surge and Surveillance, it's actually good. It's like peanut butter and jelly, because think about it. When you down a survivor, right, 32 meters, it pops a gen in front of their face and it decreases by 8%. You're like, oh, well, that doesn't sound that great. It's okay. Again, I'm going to try it out this week. This week, we're trying out this build. But when that happens, right, Surveillance turns that gen to white. And then if they get back on it, it turns yellow. So all the gens around there are like, say there's like 2 gens next to you, boom. Now all the gens are white. What? Okay, which one are they on? Oh, they're on that one. Okay, let me go hook this guy, and I'm going right over there and see to get to put more pressure on him. So again, Surveillance and Surge is a good combination to run with this whole build. Again, we're gonna be trying out this build. Obviously, again, I'm probably gonna use this. I'm only gonna use this one and a chew pen for this week. I might run something else, but honestly, those are the 2 add-ons. Let's go to class number 2 that I tried last week, and I had some pretty successful games. The only time I lost is if I face an object user or survivor friends that just brought like 3 insta heals. But let me get into it. All right, class number 2. It's a mixture of True Talent's build. I don't know if you guys know who True Talent is. Big streamer, big YouTuber, big DVD streamer, all that good stuff. He usually runs Thatophobia and Sloppy and yes, like Thatophobia is pretty trash. 4% is basically 1 second or half a second, so it doesn't really do good. So when you add, was it 20 something seconds to the Sloppy Butcher effect, the Mango effect, then you stack with 4 people, it's basically close to 25% of them healing. That's not even mentioning if they have botany or they have a good med kit or they have will make it or whatever. And then especially with the new changes for the med kits are coming out, I don't know how effectively that's gonna be, but again, this is just a hybrid of his and mine. Again, I don't like running Ruin just because I feel like it's too gimmicky, it's too RNG, and I don't feel rewarded when I win off of that, because I'm just like, well, Ruin carried me. That's just how I feel. Nothing against people that use Ruin. I still use Ruin on certain kills like the Clown, Doctor, but again, I'm a Ghostface main. I want to feel like, damn, I don't need a crutch whatever perk again, but I need crutch add-ons. I will tell you that I do need crutch add-ons. But again, this build I had some pretty successful. Again, I only lost to a couple like survivor friends who had insta heals. I lost to one really, like I lost to like a 2 or 3 man who were both running objects, and then they were just on comms. Hopefully with the new change, if you guys don't know what object is, it's object of obsession. It's a survivor perk where basically you have free wall hacks. You can see the survivor and they can see you. If anything, the survivor benefits that more because it gives them more time to find the loops that they're going to be running to and all that, and you just give off information to your friends. So anyways, we could hopefully that perk gets really nerfed down the line. It is getting not a nerf, but it's a change to stealth killers that we needed. So try out this build and see. Again, keep all the add-ons. I'm saying don't even change add-ons, just recovery add-ons, and that's it. I had pretty successful, I would say 80% I won my games with this. Again, Thatophobia not only helps out for the healing, but also slows down the gens. Again, 4% is basically a second or half a second, depending. I don't know the calculation correctly, but I know for a fact 4% is almost a second. And then when you stack it with Sloppy, yeah, sure. The other one he does run is Nurse Calling and Ruin. So if you want to know what's his other one, he basically doesn't use Barbecue because he doesn't care about points. I'm just trying to care about points because I'm trying to finish all my killer builds. But yeah, if I could take anything out, I'll probably take out Barbecue for Nurse Calling, because Nurse Calling is a great build, which we're going to go into number 3, class 3. All right, this is class number 3. This is depending how fast you catch somebody. I did try this build out a while back. I got like, I would say 50 to 60% of wins that whole day. Again, it's all about if you can snowball a 1 or 2 survivors in the early game. Thatophobia and Sloppy are a good combination with Nurse Calling, and then you need something to help down. You're going to be consistently hitting a lot of people that are injured, so that means you're going to get a ton of pop. So this is class number 3 that I always say, like, as long as you can get a snowball effect, pop is going to help you in the end game. There were times where I had games where I'm like, oh shit, like there's only 2 gens left, but you know, shit, like, you know, the whole downfall of these 2 and then me knowing where they're at, and then with a quick recovery, I was always downing them because I knew where they were at with Nurse Calling. So again, you want to try out this build. Anything with Nurse Calling with Sloppy, you don't need Thatophobia. If anything, you can put on Barbecue, you can put on shit, like anything, Discordance. Discordance would be good because then you can get 2 people that are 1 tap, and then you can basically, you know, just got, you know, down them. It's a mostly like an easy down. Corrupt is also another good perk. Like I always say, Corrupt is a good one. But again, if you want a build that's gonna guarantee you almost a win, I'll show you one right now. Okay, so this is the build that I always say, if you really want to win with Ghostface and you have no shame and you don't care, you just want to win, I recommend this build. Again, you can go with any route with this, but always put Noed with Ruin. You can switch out Blood Warden for pop if you want. I just find it very like crazy that the fact that if Ruin gets pop, Noed and Blood Warden are my ace in the hole. Like it's kind of like my peanut butter jelly. Like it's gonna happen. What happens with Ruin is that it's gonna get people off the gen all the time, and if they cleanse it, what are they gonna do? Like right after they cleanse the totem, they start gen rushing you. They just like, they don't care, they just go everywhere, start gen rushing you. That's a build I can give you, and the reason why you put whispers on is to know which door they're at, so that helps you out. Also helps you out early game, and it helps you know like if they're at that totem, and like either at Noed or Ruin. So that's why this is a pretty much like, oh, I'm gonna win build. If I really want to win, you lose, hey, it happens, dude. RNG plays out with these perks, and then RNG with the map, you don't know if there's a window open that's supposed to be blocked. You don't know, man. Other tips I can give you that I always say, don't use his power, his nitro. Don't use it to only stalk people. Use it in chases. I can show you a couple of clips that I do with Ghostface where I use it, but don't use it consistently if you don't have these add-ons. If you don't have these add-ons, you're going to be waiting like 20 plus seconds long for your power. Use his nitro to hide your red stain. Therefore, you don't need a moonwalk. If you're in his nitro, there's no reason for you to moonwalk because you already hide your red stain. You should only do moonwalks and all that stuff in my games if they pop you out of it. So hopefully you guys learned something. Again, Ghostface is very underrated. With these 2 add-ons, if these were like his base attacks and he was 16 seconds, he would be top tier. I would say give Ghostface a try. The 3 perks he comes with are not that great. If anything, that was the best one is probably Thrilling Tremors. All Eyes, I know Odds likes to run that. It's more like a gimmick perk, but Thrilling Tremors is okay. I just hate how with the level 3 it's 60 seconds. I wish it was 40 seconds. It was 40 seconds or 30 seconds. Wait, is it 40 seconds? No, it's 60 seconds. Yeah, I think that's too long. But yeah, this is the week of we're gonna be trying out this build. I'm gonna give it a try again, and then the last build, the one I showed you with the nurse, and with the sloppy butcher, the hybrid true build. I got some pretty good wins, but then again, I don't know. Like again, we're trying out different builds and see which ones are good. We run non-meta builds on my channel unless I'm feeling froggy. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm too tired. I'm gonna run Ruin and Noed and Blood Warden. And I don't give a shit. We're just running all these perks. But again, thank you guys for all the love and support. Make sure you guys come by the channel. Also, if you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to drop a like. It really does help out the channel. It always brings new people to the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching.